Well, since some of you are getting pretty tired of these music walkthroughs that I do, and it's taking way too long to get some of these other videos done, I figured I'd go ahead and do this little thing. brawlmaster08 was being interviewed by friends, wondered if I would be interested in doing this, and since I really need to make another video to fill time in, I figured sure, why not? And since some of these questions were creative, why not? I'll repeat myself again, why not? First question. What got you interested in making game reviews and game-related videos on YouTube? Well, to be honest, it's X-Play. I've been watching them from 2003 to 2007 when they switched to digital only, and that kind of really ticked me off because 2 weeks after they switched to digital only, I was supposed to be in one of their specials where they were talking to Mario fans at the E4All Expo, and they were supposed to be asking me what did Mario mean to you growing up, and I was supposed to be in it. They even called me to confirm that that was me, but I never got to see myself. But other than that, I really do like the reviews that X-Play did. I've learned a lot from watching them. And to be honest, and another thing though, if I didn't have my DVD recorder, I'd never be able to make any of these videos. And now that I've jinxed myself, I can't wait to see it explode. That's really all I have to say about that one. The next question. What's the one thing you would change about the Wii if you could? Just one thing? Oh man. Let me mention these two before I say the one thing that I would do. Number one, I would increase the graphic power of the system. I am getting a little sick of seeing these games that are PS2 quality. The Wii is much more capable than that, but since everybody knows that the graphics aren't that good, they just take advantage of that and don't even try. The only company that really seems like they're taking advantage of the graphic power is SEGA and Nintendo. Sometimes Capcom. One other thing I think they should do, that it's not the real thing that I would have them do, change or add some online gameplay to the Virtual Console games. Just have a little section for that. And if not that, then just recreate those things for the WiiWare Arcade or WiiWare itself. Just that. But the one thing that I would change about the Wii is coming down and punishing third-party companies that are just putting out nothing but crap on the shelves for the system. There's all this crap there, and you can't really find any of these good games. So that's the one thing I would change about the Wii. I'd come down hard on these third-party games that aren't even making a profit, and they're just using the Wii as a way to make money. That's what I would change. Stricter policy on the Wii games. Number 3. What's your favorite N64 game? Well, I answered that in my top 10 N64 list, but I'll put a bit more detail into it. Today there are only about 3 games on the N64 that I play. Don't get me wrong, that's still my favorite system, but only 3 games keep me coming back. Banjo-Kazooie, Ocarina of Time, and Star Fox. And I've played Star Fox 64 the most, so that's my number 1 choice. It was really hard to choose between Ocarina of Time and Star Fox, but when it came down to it, I put Star Fox because that's the one that I've played the most. At one point I was going to have them tied for first place, but I don't know. I don't know what happened. I just couldn't do it. Question number 4. If you were offered to become a YouTube partner, would you take it? Shockingly, no. I don't own any of this stuff. I don't own the games. I mean, I bought them, but I don't own the rights to them. I don't own the rights to the music. You know, these are just my opinions. That's basically all I really own, and sometimes you can't even own your own opinion, which is stupid. And I know what you're thinking, but other people do it, and then they don't own this stuff. Yeah, I know, but they also have other websites where they host those videos, and then they put them on YouTube. And I think that's the way they make partnership. I don't know. But why don't you just make your own website then? Because it would fail. Next question. Number 5. If SEGA were to stop making Sonic games, what franchise would you like to see make a return? I would have said Knights, but since they've already done one for the Wii, I would like to see that continue. They brought back Samba de Amigo. I think they should bring back Jet Grind Radio. Maybe Space Channel 5. But the top 3 I would like to see make a return: Rizzstar, which I haven't played but I want to; Vector Man, which I suck at, but I haven't really put that much time in it. The one I would really like to see them bring back is the Panzer Dragoon series. Believe it or not, I actually have 2 games for the Xbox. No, I don't own an Xbox, I don't own an Xbox 360. Why'd I buy them? They were cheap, and I heard they were really good games. One of them being Panzer Dragoon Horda, and the other one being Mechasol. Now if you're wondering why I didn't buy Halo, Halo 2, or Knights of the Old Republic, I'm not a fan of first-person shooters, and I wasn't really sure why I didn't buy Knights of the Old Republic. I think I just couldn't find it for $5. If you're wondering why I bought those 2 games, it's because I actually thought I was going to get an Xbox 360 and they were backwards compatible, but this was before we knew Banjo-Kazooie became nuts and bolts, and when I found that out I was like, okay, I'll hold back on a 360 for a while. Question number 6. If there was one thing you could change about Brawl's Wi-Fi, what would it be? Well, besides adding some downloadable content, I would say have that mode in the Wi-Fi that Mario Kart had, where if you're playing with random people and a friend joins, they could join your match, and you know it's them, but you still don't know who the other computer players are. But you each know that it's you. I think that would be fun, but you know, they kind of screwed that up a little bit. Or at least have it so, or at least have some kind of message come up in the corner of the screen or something, like an icon that tells you that a friend got on Wi-Fi, so you know, so you can go right there and join them, or host a match for them. You know, like they did for Mario Kart DS. Okay, question number 7. Have you played Yoshi's Story? If so, do you think it's better, worse, or equal to the other Yoshi's Island games? Yoshi's Story was so horribly easy that I just don't even want to go back to it. I've played Yoshi's Island on the Super Nintendo. That was fun. That was also challenging. Yeah, Yoshi's Story doesn't have a crying baby Mario, but it was just insultingly easy. So, Yoshi's Story, not as good as Yoshi's Island, at least not in my opinion. Alright, question number 8. If you could go back in time and prevent one game from being made, what game would that be? Number 1 rule of time travel, don't change the past. These things happen for a reason, so even though you probably think I would have said something like Shadow, I wouldn't change it. I mean, I'd change the game, I just wouldn't get rid of it. Some of you are probably saying, why not E.T.? Well, that led to the great crash, the great video game crash of the 80s. It's because of that that Nintendo came in and pretty much dominated that era. Superman 64? Well, we really need something to have as a way how to not make games. So, you know, things have their own purpose for a reason. Okay, question number 9. If you could add online play to one game on any system, what game would it be? Probably Mario Kart Double Dash on the GameCube, because if Mario Kart Double Dash had online, I probably wouldn't have picked up Mario Kart Wii. If there was another game I'd have to choose, I'd probably go with General Chaos on the Sega Genesis, because that was just way too much fun. And question number 10. If LucusArts made a CG Starfox movie, do you think it would be good? If you get the writers from the current Star Wars CG cartoon series, and the animator director from the animated Clone Wars series from, 3 years ago? You know, if you get the director, Genndy Tartakovsky, sure, I think it would be good. You just have to have the right people doing it.